Hi. Sorry, I'm trying out the vertical stream format. I could not for the life of me find the TikTok stream key, so that I'm gonna try that another day. But we're also live on YouTube, vertical streaming at least. At least I should be. I actually don't know. I haven't been able to test it to like hear how it sounds or anything, so bear with me. I'm just opening up YouTube so we can make sure this is working properly. I just got invited to the dual stream beta that Twitch is rolling out, so I'm just trying to make sure it works, you know. Okay, well I can hear myself already, so that's good. That's a plus. Hold on. Also, hi. Looks like I can hear music too. Sweet. Okay. If you guys don't mind, if someone doesn't mind, I just want to see, could you try and type in the YouTube chat? I made a chat bot that should have both integrations because you can't, I don't have a plugin for OBS to see both Twitch chat and YouTube chat. So I'm trying to see. Oh, I see Pokesource, because when you talk in the YouTube chat, your @ is in front of your name. Oh my god, the YouTube emote. Oh man. Okay, this is good. This is good. Add these to OBS. Oh wait, I can add this to OBS as a browser doc? Wait. Oh, this is so great. Hold on. Multi-stream chat. Oh my god, I did it. I don't know where the hell to put it. There's so much stuff on my OBS now. So I think I can close that app then. Okay, this is interesting. Hi, Shippy. It shows both on screen. Oh yes, yeah, okay. It should. I wasn't sure if it would work for, I guess I'm not streaming on TikTok yet, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna also show TikTok or not. So that was my other concern, but I couldn't even find the stream keys. TikTok streaming outside of its own platform is so hard to do. Ray's whole nap today, that's all I was trying to figure out. And I like to think that I'm fairly tech savvy, and it was nowhere to be found, so I don't know. I have no idea. Alright. Let's move this stuff around. I'm seeing double. Here's 4 Charlies. Wait, what do you mean 4 Charlies? How are you seeing 2 more Charlies? They take a 90% cut anyway, so not even worth. I mean, I'm honestly not even that concerned about getting paid from TikTok, because I've tried campaigns in the past, and like, I think that there probably is some money to be made there, but I'm really more concerned about TikTok for like reach and viewership. I think that TikTok is a good way to get discovered, but I do like my main platform being Twitch. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how this works. Hopefully it works out okay. I need to make sure. Can I do, oh, I can do, oh, I can change. Okay, everyone was pink before on this new on this new chat, and so I just changed it so you're all your user color, whatever that means. But there's still different colors from Twitch, so I don't know how that works exactly. Let's do the platform you're from. Ding when a new message comes in. No, thank you. I'm alright. No, thanks. Okay, wow, there's so much stuff on my screen. Okay. Oh. Gotta put our boy back. There we go. Anyways, thanks for helping me with the little test for right now, you guys. I don't know exactly how long stream will be tonight. It took a while to get Ray to sleep, but some days you just don't know if that baby's gonna stay asleep or not, so. We'll just have to see. Alright, well, I have to change both scenes manually, so just give me a second here. Okay. Ray is Ray. Okay, people that are maybe checking out the YouTube stream, can you let me know if you're on your phone, preferably. I have the whole gameplay on. I saw some other people use the whole gameplay. I was like, shoot, I'm gonna try it too. You know what? Well, hold on. Let me open it on my own phone too. That might be helpful. Some first-hand POV here. This is interesting. It's just playing like a normal video. Why is it just playing like a normal video and not in vertical mode? Why is that happening? Maybe it's something that'll change. I have no idea. Anyways. I don't know how that works. I don't like this new test feature. I don't know either. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. Oh. I've been to this one. Was this 14? Haven't. Any shinies? This is my only shiny. But I didn't find them. A friend found them, but it's my favorite shiny Pokemon, so I was very excited to take the gift. Who the hecky? Hey, Chroma, how's it going? Good to see you, good to see you. Sorry, I've been doing like a lot of just technical stuff recently. So I'm a little out of sorts. Resist psychic though. Oh, that's not bad though. Oh, wait. There we go. I love that little guy. Yeah, Aaron's the best. Okay. Oh, I do have to say, hold on, since I haven't mentioned it yet. Guys, really trying to not have any spoilers for any of the new megas. I haven't seen leaks. I have been spoiled on 2 now, unfortunately. I guess technically 3. So I've seen Pyroars against my will. I haven't seen Scolopedes or Starmies, but I know that they have them. So, unfortunate. But I know that they have them. I'm aware that they both get a Mega Evolution. I'm still very excited to see what they are, but appreciate no hints. I'm glad you at least haven't seen them. Me too, me too. Well, the thing is, I kept getting sent things from friends that didn't know that I was trying to avoid spoilers, and I keep getting sent specifically Starmie, but I haven't seen what it looks like. It's only been like a picture of Starmie, so I'm like, okay, something happens here. So we will just wait and see, whatever it is. I'm a little worried. The amount of times I've been sent it makes me pretty worried, to be honest with you. But, oh well. We tried. Honestly, I think I did a pretty good job of avoiding spoilers to this part. Till this far, at least. So, but yeah, any of the others that are new, don't tell me. Wait, I gotta find... Where's Cam's message? There we go. We'll pin it. There we go. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Wow. Ducky erasure. Did you make one? I didn't see it. If you made a message, David, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Opinions are also technically spoilers. That is true. That is true. Whoa. I want to know nothing. I want to go in as blind as I possibly still can. Enjoy the game so far? It looks fun. You know, I am. I've been having a great time. And can I say, as a side effect of having pretty much every Pokemon Avenue content creator main account muted or blocked right now, so I'm not tempted. I also haven't seen a whole lot of horrible opinions about the game, so I've just been able to kind of play it for fun, as insane as that might sound. But it's been really fun. And I don't think it's a perfect game by any means. I think that there's still some things that, like, I would like them to do better with, of course. But, oh, it's a special move. Wait, let's do this. But it's been fun, and I think it's a huge improvement from Scarlet and Violet. I'm also playing on the Switch too, so I don't know how fair that is to say. What's your 1 through 5 rating of it so far? I would give it a strong, right now, I give it a strong 4, probably 4 right now. But I haven't finished it yet, so I'm open to more. We'll see what else happens. Favorite new Mega you know of so far? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me go to my where is it? My Pokedex. Let's see. Because I really like Mega for Alligator. I love that it's a giant Totodile head, that the arms are the teeth. I think it's really cute. I don't know if it's my most favorite. Barbacle went kind of crazy. He was the most surprising so far. I did not think he was gonna get a Mega Evolution. That was pretty awesome. We got our usual suspects. Excadrill was a big surprise too. Really cool. I like that he's just a giant drill. Mega Electros goes unreasonably hard. Like, I like that the two hands oscillate between like the plus and the minus, like batteries, and that they're like dynamos. It's just really cool, and it's kind of like I don't know, like a jet plane. It's fun. The Phalanx with the little one in the middle just like struggling beyond belief to carry the big huge one. Gundam Phalanx is amazing. Oh, there were so many good ones yesterday. Mega Chandelure just looks really elegant and beautiful. and haunting. I still can't believe that this is real. Mega Skarmory. I was so excited when I saw Skarmory. I think I forgot to breathe. So I love Skarmory so much. I think they're severely underrated. And I love that the talons are huge. It has like these big, like scary talons. It's gold plated. It just, I don't know. I don't know who would be my favorite out of the ones I've seen so far. I mean, they were all honestly really surprising. Drampa was super sick to see. I think it's probably right now Skarmory is my favorite out of the new ones so far. I think so. Well, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Skarmory's your favorite out of the decks? Oh wow! Yeah, but I'm excited to see the rest of these guys. Who else is here? Helioptile, Emolga, and who is that silhouette? Who is that? Is that Lara? No. Oh, wait, no, it would have to be, right? When I saw that, I thought it turned lightning. And you said, oh, it's gold plated. Yeah, that was the first, I don't know, that's how I read it at least. Gold plated, whoa. Silver, relax. Come here, Leron. Okay, so now we have, so it's just Emolga and Helioptile. Okay, whoa. I'm not that concerned with getting the other ones. I think I've probably wasted a lot of nighttime. Let's see if we can get some points. Mega Skarm is still flying, so you're right. Hell yeah. Skarmory's from Gold and Silver. The Mega switch the colors. Makes sense to me. It's a girl Heracross. Not like my Bois though. 38? Holy. Okay. Dawn approaching. Like the Talonflame runs with me. I will, okay, all of the Pokemon models and animations I think have been really good. I feel like they feel a lot more alive in this game than in previous games, and that's been really fun. And maybe it's because it's, I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna say maybe it's because they're confined to the city, like they don't need to worry about all the other things like in a big open world game like they did with Scarlet and Violet. I don't know if that's true. Brave looks awesome. Oh wait, I just flame wheeled the Altaria. I was thinking the gold of the Mega was a reference to Ho-Oh. I mean, it is kind of cool to think of it that way. I don't think that you're off. Armory going from silver to gold. Super cool. Up and start battles before your opponent spots you. One more. Dang it. Oh, I brave birded. That knocked Talonflame out. Hopefully not. Oh no, it didn't. Let's just we probably don't need to auto heal. Do you think if I delete stuff from my internship on Google Drive, Robert will see it and contact me? Wait, what's he gonna do, David? Like, actually, what is he gonna do? Tell you to work for him without pay again? He has no power. Don't let him have the power, David. I don't know, I'm trying to free up space. I think you should do it. Oh, nice. We froze her. These Zoom meetings taking up space. You have all these Zoom meetings recorded? They're just on your... Oh, I guess you said it was on the drive, huh? Yeah, you should get rid of them. They're a shared drive, right? So he probably has them. Yeah, just leave. I don't see. Ooh. Can you, like, relinquish ownership or something? Is that possible? This is over. Wait, I'm fighting someone else before daybreak. Oh. Never mind. I guess we're fine. And we froze immediately? Oh, for alligator. Another Floriges? I think the issue is the owner. It'd be my own on my drive, if that makes sense. Hello, Daz. How's it going? Here we go, daytime. You went Mega in front of a fairy type? Why am I not supposed to do that? Is there a rule I don't know about? Oh, right, the Mega Ampharos. I wonder what his gimmick's gonna be when we fight him. I'm assuming a lot of electric orbs. Maybe just lightnings. Hey, Daz, I'm doing good. How you doing? Against Dragon when Mega'd, but I don't have any dragon moves on him, so it's okay. Plus it was a Florges, and I've got Ice Fang, so we're fine. Oh, I love this Aerodactyl. The only thing I think in this game that would make it like a 5 instead of a 4, or maybe a 4.5, is if some of the Pokemon were rideable, like mounts. Kind of like in Pokemon Let's Go. That would be crazy. That'd be so awesome. Okay. If all the Pokemon were, how you just, how would that work? You're Litwick, you're just standing on top of the Litwick like a Roomba? Like, I don't know, man. It seems wrong. Alright, what was I doing? Oh, I needed to go, hold on, I forgot. I was gonna go to the Stone Emporium to see if they had any dusk stones. I couldn't remember if they did or not. Fire, Thunder, Water, Leaf. Old Amber. Nope. Dang it. Ducks. Okay, let's go fight this Ampharos. This way. It's Naveen. Strange. This Holovator seems to have power, but I can't get it to work at all. Hmm? Oh. It seems we're being watched. Hi, Gwyn. How did you notice me here? How could we not notice? Did you think you were being subtle? Quiet. You have a problem, no? How do you know that? Did you do something to that Holovator? Your problem may have a solution if you beat me in a battle. Is this girl actually ignoring me? You've got to battle her, not just to find out what she knows, but to find out what her problem is. He's shaking. This girl ignoring me? Are we doing this? I don't feel like it. Yeah, get ready to lose, kid. Revenge will be ours. Whoa. Hold on. Hey. Revenge? You are challenged by Gwyn of the Fist of Justice. Hey, she's got a mud ball. Who's in the mud ball? Bannet is a little freak that belongs in the mud ball, actually. She's right for that. That's correct. We didn't hit him. Oops. Sorry, Scolipede. Torgeist. Dang, her Pokemon really went up in level. She's got a Gengar now? Did she have a Gengar last time? I feel like she definitely did not. Whoa. Check this out. Crunch time. How long will I have to wait for Gwen cosplays? I don't know. Look, I'll try and figure it out. It might just be, oops, I hit the wrong button. I might just be casual, like I do the wig and the hat and like maybe the little thing that she wears, but I don't do like a full-on cosplay, like with the dress and everything. I don't know, the hat and the hair is like the hardest part of her outfit. I bet I could make that jacket pretty easy. I don't know, I'll let you know. I meant in general, but if you want to as well. Oh, my bad. I'm misunderstood. Misunderstood. David, I'm a cosplayer. It has to be in the context of me all the time. I'm like, well, my workload, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure someone's gonna be coming out with this literally immediately. There probably is someone who's already cosplayed her. Sorry, did you come to the Charlie stream to talk about not me? That's my bad. Sorry, Kanari. I couldn't avenge you. Oh, I said it wrong. Sorry, Kanari. I couldn't avenge you. Wait, I remember you. You were in the Kanari Quiz contest. Wait. You won, so I'll keep my word. This elevator is cursed. Can you fix it? Just kidding, it's not actually cursed. What? Go ahead, Chandelure. Oh. Phantom? What? I mean, I guess it was haunted. See? A naughty Phantom was the culprit. Well, thank you. I like how you blushed. Chandelure and I must protect the city and its people. We can't hope to help our reputations from Ivor's recklessness any other way. I'll win the next Quizwiz contest. My love for Kanari is much greater than yours. You'll see. David's like, hey, ladies. Hold on. I'm sorry that I made you battle. Here, I'll heal your Pokemon. Can I plug in my controller while it's connected to the Switch? Or is it gonna mess something up? The rest is up to you. Well, that explains her problem with me. But if she thinks she can outwiz me, she's wrong. Now up we go. Ampharos should be up there. Ladies. What the? Hi, Pat Rat. What do we do? Oh! Wait. That's a blue one. I don't think I have that one yet. Weeds! Another Absol just hanging out? think I'm going the right way. This Horowitz. It's so cute. Long way around. Wait. Oh, okay. I was like, did I mess it up somehow? I get so turned around on all these rooftops. Oh wait, hold on. I've got two water types on the team. Well, let's let's just take a minute here, reevaluate the team. The Lairon's probably not a terrible addition. We have our Excadrill. We can put maybe the Crocodile back on the team. Does Ampharos gain Fairy type when it Mega Evolves, or is it just pure Electric? Remember, does it gain a type? Wasn't it oh, was it Dragon? If it's Dragon... then maybe I need to add a fairy to the team. Does not appear that I have one. Not one that I can use, at least. Got this baby Ralts. Ducks. I mean, I could probably do it with this team. Let's just see. Wait. Maybe there's a... in these later zones. Who's that? Go-Goat, Snorunt. There's more fishes. And Tynamo. Who's that? Is that a Gliscor? Carbink. Mawile. Might not be bad. Mawile might not be a bad option. What's this one? Phantump. Rika! Hey, thank you so much for the raid. How's it going? Thank you. How's your stream? I was at Vivillon, Phantump, and Scyther? Like the bug zone. This is cool. Wait, is that Larvitar? Whoa. I just beat all the story and I am so full of feels right now. It got me emotional. Oh, I'm so excited. I've gone in, avoided all of the leaks. Well, pretty much all of the leaks thus far. So I'm really trying to steer clear of any like mega evolutions that I don't already know. And it's been so fun to be surprised. Oh my god. But I've been really enjoying it. I'm glad that the ending was emotional. That's promising. All right, let's do it. Matsu, hey, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really, really glad I'm really glad that I did, because some of these have been so cool that I would have never guessed that they would have gotten megas. And this music, it just gets me every time. He's so elegant, so regal. How beautiful. The Dragon Pulse? Maybe Lairon was not the right move at this time. She doesn't really have a whole lot of abilities. What conditioner do you think Mega Ampharos uses? All the other ones are scary when they run at you, but Ampharos is so cute. Like, how am I supposed to be intimidated by this? It's literally adorable. Oh, David and Cam play RuneScape. Don't even the noise he makes. Uh-oh. The noise he makes when he's like running around is so cute. Like, listen to his feet. They're like doop, 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 doop. See? I just know they had a good time making Mega Ampharos. I'm so distracted by the noises. There we go. Excadrill was definitely the move. Also, I don't know what it means to get your cape quests, if I even read that correctly, but congratulations. Oh. Ooh, we're doing good, we're doing good. Okay, I won't lie. When he looks down like that and starts like charging up, he does look pretty cool. For being such an absolute cutie pie. He gains some aura right there. Forgetting to grab the little mega bits. Oh, his Scraggy finally evolved. He's got a Scraggy now. Wait, I hope that you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. It's too cute. Uh-oh. Not the lightning on the ground. did it! Hooray! He's running to give a hug, not battle. Yeah, he's just a guy. That was quite the battle. I'll heal our Pokemon. Thanks, Naveen. Facing these rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon can be scary, but I know they need our help. Now, that Rust Syndicate, they're the ones I'm truly afraid of. I'd rather not deal with them at all. Impressive work, Team MZ. Who is this? Oh, like which voice am I using? I've been going around searching for cases of rogue Mega Evolution in hopes of running into Zygarde and the mysterious L person, but no big breakthroughs yet. L's actions certainly seem suspicious, but I don't get the sense that he has any bad intentions. Please let me know if you find out anything important about L, okay? See you around. I am. The goddamn run every time, dude. I better go as well. I've got things of my own to take care of. I'll see you later. Yo, Charlie, I was told you'd yell at me for sending you gifts to your P.O. box. Incorrect. I will not yell at you. Hi, Casey. Hope you're doing well. There are no remaining Pokemon with Rogue Mega Evolution. Hooray. Back we go. If a bad, the loader jacket might be too big for you. Please don't. I wore it today again. It's very comfy and very warm. So we've all survived another round of calming rogue Pokemon, I take it. But where's Urbane? He didn't come back with you? He's out helping people or something. Or borrowing mob money. You never know what he's doing. Really? Now? So he's got time to help everyone else, but not the friends who have to clean up his mess? Hello, hello. I figured you might have all arrived back at the hotel after this long. I suppose I can drop the act. Look, we're always watching you. You're smart enough to know what that means, right? So how about it? Ready for your first job? We got a small bunch of troublemakers holed up in one of the old buildings in the Blue District. I need you to teach them a lesson. If the Rust Syndicate takes direct action, it could draw a bit too much attention. That's why I'd like the Team MZ to handle this for us. Just think of it as doing the city a service. Anyway, don't let me keep you. Good luck. Oh, Corbo. The Rust Syndicate is putting us to work after all. Yes. Finally. Hey, Sakuno. Guess we got no choice but to get started. So we need to teach a lesson to some troublemakers in the Blue District? I don't like the sound of that. I might suggest we leave dealing with any troublemakers to Charlie. Naveen and I can think of other ways to get some cash flowing in to fix all this. Charlie, you go do the mob crimes. We're gonna run a lemonade stand. Charlie, you handle the mob. You go beat up civilians. We're gonna throw the biggest talent show this town has ever seen. If only I had more sewing commissions. Hi, Vern. First half of this game, friendly competition to become the best Pokemon battler. Second half, involved with the Mafia. Indentured servitude. Oh, it's so good. I am a fan. Oh wait, I can travel right here. No, I can't. I haven't been there yet. Never mind. We're just gonna get some part-time work over at the Pokemart. You guys got you got this, right, Charlie? Ooh, Mafia work. Yeah, we better leave. Charlie's really the D rank trainer, so that should paint a wild Pokemon leaf stuff all over town. Leave no trace behind, am I right? Though at least clearing it always does allow you plenty of Mega Shards. Yay! Thanks. Yum. Oh, it's a Spinarak. Okay, at first I thought he had a cell form Zygarde with him, and I was like, hold on. Wait just a second here. I just fried a ton of fish. They were delicious. Hell yeah. I just found my broke ass at the college. I don't know what she does. Hey, are you Charlie? The one Mr. Corbo was talking about. Yep. Ella says I'm a fishman now. You are. You're a fisherman, Vern. You gotta rebrand. You're Fisher Vern. What was the boss thinking sending a kid? Oh well, whatever. We've been waiting for you. See, I just started renting out this building. But a bunch of troublemakers moved in while it was empty and they haven't left. It's a real pain. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? I'm renting this building and there's troublemakers. Do they rent? Do they pay rent? Is this not a landlord issue? Head on in if you're ready to take on those troublemakers. I guess. I'm Smolder now. It's the Joker, baby. Look over there. Oh. It's these guys. See that crowd of wild Pokemon? They're the troublemakers. Well, I'll let you handle this. I'll be over there in the corner until you're done. What, you scared of some Gengars? Come on. You're not afraid of little Gengars. Come on, guy. Where's my freaking Absol? Oh, like where did I put him? Let's take Feraligatr off for a minute, because he's level freaking 51 right now. We're about to ruin this place. He's renting. I'm like, yeah, let me just dig. Let me bulldoze in here. Good job, Excadrill. What's the matter with you? Alright. Troublemakers, consider them made. Anything else in here? There's just some Gengars? He's so scared of ghosts. Is it done? Did you get rid of those pesky Pokemon? Thank you so much. I can finally get started moving my office here. Pretty impressive. The person you sent did the trick, Corbo. Thank you very much. Of course she did. It's the Rust Syndicate's job to look after any citizen who needs help. I was just stopping by to make sure you handled the job properly. I take it you're not very busy. That's such a funny thing to say. You must know there are a lot of wild Pokemon coming to Lumiose these days, right? Wizardico's Holotech does a pretty good job of keeping them in set areas and out of trouble. But some make their way into the city and cause problems for people and other Pokemon. This trend has forced some Pokemon out of their usual habitats and into our living spaces. It's tough not having a place where you belong. It was the same for me back when I was a kid. Oh, I'm sure it was, Corbo. I'm sure it was. You went through something like that too? The famous Fearless Corbo? But wait, that makes it sound like you were the bad guys chasing those Gengar from their home? Gengar? Corbo's about to execute him. Like, what's gonna happen here? Looks like you didn't take care of every last troublemaker, did you? Now that's sloppy work. What are you gonna do with that Pokemon? I would probably catch him in a ball. I'll look after it, see how things go. I feel bad chasing it out of its home. I think we can live together, at least for now. Well then, I've got your next job lined up already. I need you to help out one of my people. She'll be on the riverbank near the electrical substation. I need you to take care of some undesirable elements down there. You throw a ball. See you later, Vern. Thanks for hanging. I'm glad you got to see the Gengars. He's so freaking cute. Dude, he is a little troublemaker. I bet he was up to no good. Papa Fuhrer! Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. What the helly? What the hecky? Thank you. Thank you. Just to remind you too, my Droptober is still going on. David, can you do exclamation point? I think it's drop. And that qualifies you for a trainer package. So you'd get a Hex Girl Polaroid, a thank you note, and a signed Pokemon. Oh, it's Droptober. A signed energy card. So I'll reach out to you for a mailing address if it's something you're interested. If it's not, it's no worries. It's just, it's an opt-in thing. I don't want anyone to feel compelled to give me any of their information like that, but I just wanted to try and say thank you for all the support this month. It's been crazy, so I really, really appreciate it. Here. Oh, this way. By Discord DM? Yeah, either Discord or Twitch DM. Whatever's easiest. If you're already in my Discord, that's the easiest way for me to reach out to you. But I'm gonna send them all out at the end of the month. Just so everyone's my brain stopped working, sorry. So it's all tallied up. So no one has to donate like a lump sum or anything to qualify. God, I hope any of that made sense. I'm sorry, that was really in torn up increments. Try playing the long con over all these years to get our addresses. Ooh, I'm gonna send you guys some pizza. I'm gonna be making the longest prank call list. Yeah, 6 double large pizzas. And a Diet Dr. Kelp to Lopar's house. I need you to destroy all the mega crystals here in the sewers. There's a lot of them. Be ready to break a sweat. You can keep any mega shards that you find when you destroy the mega crystals. Good luck. Hey, thank you for the 31 months. I appreciate it. Ouch. Whoopsies. Skrelp! Oh, how I love Dragalge. Frickin' Skrelp. I forgot this Pokemon existed for a moment. I'm a real poison type trainer, to be honest with you. I like Scolipede and Crobat and frickin' Dragalge. The issue is you usually pay for a pizza before it's delivered now. Ah, shucks. I'm gonna be buying a lot of pizzas. Like, this prank has really it's really changed course here. You hear the Inkay? More Noibats. Hello, bats. Oh, pond. It went this way yet? Ariados. Hi Zen! What, in the vertical YouTube stream? Yeah, I'm just trying out some. Wait. My progress cannot be saved now. Is that one in the back a different color? Or is it just the lighting? I can't. Is it just the lighting? It's gotta be, right? Because it's not shining, right? Don't check, it'll be fine. Just in case. My first shinies Ariados? What? And I just got it in a great ball for no reason? What? What? It's cause I was talking about poison Pokemon so much. I was like, I just love poison Pokemon, and they're like, alright, Charlie, here's your go. Here's a spider. Yay! Look at it go! Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Get him. Go, my Ariados. That's awesome. This Ariados knows Psychic? What the heck? They hate to see them come, and I just know it. The other Ariados are like, oh, there's that guy, that traitor that knows Psychic. Wow. Excellent. Come on, my Scuttlebug. What? Why are you so slow? Come on, use all your legs. Oh, I had a mission. Right, my mission was to destroy the Mega Crystals. I'm just fighting Pokemon. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? There's something I'm supposed to do. Oh, I got a hype chest. What did I get? What is this? A cat? Oh, that's a serve. Look how it walks. Didn't you make his Ariados emotes? Oh, you're so right. I did. Oh, Nipinator. Yeah, you gotta let him know. Did I get all the crystals in here? Whoa, made myself dizzy. Good looking out, David. Excellent. Good work in there. Letting those Mega Crystals grow willy-nilly could make the sewer real crowded for Pokemon. So we and the rest Syndicate try to clean them up, on the boss's orders, obviously. What are Mega Crystals anyway? I've heard they're chunks of Mega Power. That just begs the question of what in the world Mega Power is, right? Sure. Yeah, whatever you say, lady. I have no idea. All exhausted now. It's so funny. Thanks for taking care of that pesky mess down there. Hey, is it true you're going around calming rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon? I can't say. I really, truly can't say. Please, there's no point in hiding it. As I already told you, we're always watching. One more question. I know a guy showed up after you calmed one of those rogue Pokemon recently. Who was he? He's just called L. I don't even know his real name, huh? Well, that gentleman's name is Lysander. I knew his name, Corbo. I didn't have the option. I knew it was frickin' Lysander. He is, or was, a very wealthy and generous businessman. He helped me out when I was a kid, provided me with support since I had no family to rely on. Of course he did. Of course, this is why you turned out this way. And you have excellent fashion sense. I don't know why he did what he did 5 years ago, or what he's been up to since. But if he's alive, that means I can repay him for everything he's done for me. Oh, but look at me, talking to myself. Better not breathe a word of this to anyone, understand? Otherwise, that interest, it might become a lot more of an issue for you. Anyway, I have another job for you. Got a little problem with some outsiders causing trouble on our turf. It might get nasty. But you should be able to handle it for me, right? You'll know what's up if you head to the battle court near Centrico Plaza. Go take care of it. Show the boy, hey, you got it, boss. Good to see you. Look at him. Huzzah! It's actually a girl. Oh wow. Let's see what she does. She does a little dance. Pissed. And now she has to take a little spider nap because she is very sleepy. Just excellent. I love her. And listen to her feet. Oh, I'm so glad you could come see the shiny Ariados. She's very slow for some reason. I'm not sure why. She's really slow. Not all of them are. Like, Talonflame keeps up great. Scolipede, he's trying. She's trying. Oh, Cam! Stop right there. Look who it is. Oh, they don't dance. When it's not your Pokemon, they don't dance. My Scolipede jamming. This Bagon's like, hey, I'm with my mom right now. Little fella. You just finished mythic rating? Hey, how'd it go? Well, I hope. Hopefully. Bonjour. Hello. Thank you for healing my Pokemon. The pitter patter is adorable. I know. It's really so cute. Between the Ampharos and the Ariados walking, this has been a cute stream. Now, for your Roselia, I'd strongly suggest having it learn the special move Giga Drain. It's true that its current move, Poison Sting, has an appealing additional effect. However, you should note that it's a physical move. I'd also suggest Calcium for Roselia, but I realize your pocket money might be limited. Are you here for some battle advice as well? Who are you, Francois? Can you talk to these fancy pantses for us? They're from the Society of Battle Concierges. We were just having Pokemon battles on our own when they came up and started lecturing us. I bet they're just trying to show off to us because there's nobody their own age will put up with them. You think you can take us on? You do look somewhat capable. If nothing else, it should provide a nice warm-up for our next gathering. Ooh, this white glove society. These snooty snoots. Very well, if you feel you're ready to face the two of us, then come speak to me. Oh boy, do I. To some kids, mind you. Look at these kids in their little coats. With the Roselia. They're like, we're just trying to have some fun. And they're like, oh, you really should be giving them this $9,000 calcium. What do I want to use, though? Let's evolve Cleffa. Alright, let me just Aura Farm on them a little bit and evolve one of my Pokemon before we battle. He said, get your money up. Okay. We're gonna really Aura Farm on him because we're not even gonna use Clefairy. We're putting in Bois. Alright, let's see it. You seem quite confident in your skills, but do you really think you can beat both of us? Yes. We participate in very advanced battles at the Society of Battle Concierge, so tell me... Oh, so let me show you a glimpse of our skill. I better not lose to these guys. Francois of the SBC. He's got a Gabite? Fancy pants, freaking Gabite user. You're just trying to be Cynthia. We all see it. We all see it. Don't mean nothing to me in Bois, though. Right, he's a dragon user? Did your zinc help you there, buddy? Honestly, this location is just too drab for my Pokemon to show their full potential. I'll make sure the name of the Society of Battle Concierge remains untarnished. Prepare yourself, for I am far stronger than him. My love for Pokemon battles knows no bounds. Do you guys believe her? Oh, okay, the white Pokeball earrings are kind of crazy, honestly. Vivica? Vivica? I'm Vivica. This is my Aromatisse. This is my little freak. His name's Bois. I found him in a gutter. Oh my god! We're in danger. Uh-oh. We might be in danger. I should have known that she was going to use fairies since he used dragons though, so that's probably my bad. They got no sauce. Like, they are, huh? Which is wild. That's awesome. Slurpuff. I don't know why every time I see Slurpuff, I have to say it like that. I don't know even know if they say that in the anime like that. It's just always been Slurpuff. Oh, look at the kids! You see they're doing jumping jacks in the background. They're like, yeah! Impossible! We're both members of Jacynth's illustrious Society of Battle Concierge. That Hex Maniac was talking about Jacynth before. You shouldn't be able to defeat the two of us. This will leave a stain on the reputation of our esteemed society and tarnish our brand. Not our brand. I think we need to call for reinforcements to sort this out. Hello there, you two. I heard you. If you guys have seen Invader Zim, you know in the first episode when Zim walks up to them and he's like, my tallest. That's what this is giving to me right now. Corbo is just like, he's just little. But he definitely has more aura than these two. I heard word that you've been acting like you own this place. Too bad you had to go and lose to a kid. People are on edge as it is these days. What with all the wild Pokemon showing up in town? Hardly seems like a good time to be going around troubling our city's children, now does it? You're Corbo of the Rust Syndicate, aren't you? The one who fancies himself some kind of outlaw hero for the masses? So you sent this boor here to humiliate us? Who are you calling a boor? Boor? What the hell does that mean? Well, we'll have our revenge someday. Yeah, don't ever call me Boor ever again. Boor? What does that mean? You all should head home for the day too, kiddos. Watch out for any strangers. Whew, I'm glad you guys got us out of that. Thank you. I don't think of myself as a hero, you know. Someone has to take action, that's all. Anyway, you really are strong, aren't you? And yet, you don't boast or show off. Why? No one even knows that you're the one calming rogue Pokemon. You're an interesting one. Don't say that, Carvel. Please, I must ask you to desist. This is ridiculous. What's happening now? You're coming with me to find out. If you say so. On my way. I think it's just a word for peasant. Well, they better never call it to me again. As I have said many times already, there's absolutely no cause for you to be concerned. You say that, but who knows what you're doing behind the scenes? The number of wild zones keeps increasing. Isn't that the true goal of your redevelopment plan? Tensions are high. Charlie and Corbeau, sir? Now here's an unexpected pairing. The CEO of Quizartico and Urbane together? Huh. Care to explain all the ruckus? You've heard the rumors of the Quizarticos behind all the wild Pokemon coming to the city, right? We want to hear the truth from the CEO. Those rumors are ridiculous. I came here because I've heard these people might try to start something with Quizartico, and good thing I did, the crowd won't listen to reason. And who are you two? We're trying to keep our city safe. If you're going to get in our way, then you'll have to face my Pokemon. Keep our city safe. Don't make me laugh. Urbane, get the president away from this mess. Got it. Madam President, coming with me. She's a CEO. Is she also the president? Well, isn't this an interesting turn of events? Though I'm not sure how I ended up protecting a scoundrel who won't even repay a debt. You're kinder than you act. Give me a break. Nice people don't end up in my line of work. Still, I can't just abandon folks who are in trouble. That's below even me. Come on now, I'll lend a hand. That makes 2 against 1. I never said I'd play nice. You're challenged by the representative of the Lumio Safety Group. Ooh. And he's got a pincer. And he's squared up. Are we double battling? He's got a Scolipede! Wow! I was like, wait, can I hurt his Pokemon? Look, Corbo, my Scolipede's shiny. Uh-oh. I believe I will be changing Pokemon. Oh. Never mind. Yikes, I got no comeback to sound beating like that. To a sound beating like that. Where'd you two come from? You're so strong. We'll uncover the evil deeds of Quizartico someday. You haven't seen the last of us. Alright, unemployed people, go about your business. That's what every defeated villain says. I guess originality wasn't their strong suit. Scolipede's pretty strong though, huh? It's alright. I mean, my Scolipede's like really strong, so. Thanks for the assist, Charlie. Glad you came when you did. I was at a loss for how to handle a crowd that big. Thank you too, Corbeau, sir. Don't worry about it. Couldn't have you getting injured, otherwise we'd have to wait even longer to get our money. Not that we'd mind you racking up more interest. Besides, the Red Syndicate deals in favors, not violence. Is that true? It doesn't seem exactly true. So, you there, Quizartico president lady. What the rabble was going on about? How the wild Pokemon are coming here because of Quizartico. Any truth to that? First, allow me to offer my thanks for your help. And what is true is that we at Quizartico Incorporated aim to make Lumiose City into a place where people and Pokemon will coexist in harmony. However, we also know it's unreasonable to simply dream we can live alongside wild Pokemon with no precautions needed. Our holotech encloses the wild Pokemon to keep Lumiose's people safe, though I also hope to someday remove all such walls between us. Yeah, I really hope all that's true. It'd be a shame for something to happen to this city. I do love this place in spite of everything I've been through here. Thanks for putting up in a bit of overtime, kid. I'll be in touch. You're one of the other Pokemon trainers that Vinny reports to me about, I believe. And you stay with Az at his hotel? I hope you'll continue to help us with keeping Lumiose safe. I'll stick with President Jet here and make sure she gets back okay. I'd asked Vinny to handle it, but apparently he's off dealing with some other urgent thing. Head back to the hotel. Lita's probably worried about you. But I guess I'm the one that's giving her more reason to worry. It's fishy. Fishy, fishy. I can't believe they called me a boor. I just feel a little bit peeved about it. You know? I just am not one, okay? I will burn that whole high society building to the ground. You're back, Charlie. Do you think that was our last job for the Rust Syndicate? Who knows? Yeah, how'd the lemonade stand go? Did you guys make any money? Either way, it sounds like the work they're giving you is just doing good deeds around Lumiose. You're breaking Mega Crystals to help Pokemon and giving aid to people in need, right? Well, yeah, when you boil it down that way, it sounds like plain old volunteer work. Yeah, and you guys opted out, by the way, so thanks. I didn't think it's all so innocent if you'd seen Corbeau when he got angry. He's terrifying. What's that got to do with anything? Hey, good work today. Something I'd like to discuss. Stop by our office. Alone, please. I'll be waiting. I mean, see you guys later. Nope, that wasn't them. See you later. I'll see you in a while. You're not fooling me. I don't know what kind of bad luck gets you caught up in so much stuff, Charlie. Sorry, I can't do more than cross my fingers and hope you get back safely. Man, you guys really are just gonna let me go by myself? I mean, I want to go by myself, but like, you're just gonna let me go by myself? Kinda crazy, you guys. No way to offend Charlie more than to call her a word where she doesn't know what it means. That is true. It's absolutely true. Wait, who's out here? King Gambit and Weezing. Nobody wants to start trouble so long as you look tough. True, and Noivern does look tough. What a great Pokemon. Oh, you have to RP walk in here? You can't run. I love it. Don't mind me. Oh, it's a Sneasel. I love the decor. You don't need a fresh start yet, do you? What the hell does that mean? I don't know. What does that imply? Hey, Felipe! We've been waiting for you. Now then, into the elevator, please. Is this the coolest NPC in Pokemon? He might be. She's here, boss. Thanks for coming in. Another job? You're one interesting kid, aren't you? Running odd jobs to help a friend, calming down rogue Pokemon. It's all pretty impressive. More than anything, I love that you can hold your own in a battle. I've decided you're done working for us. I'll clear all the interest as promised. But that's not actually why I called you here. You see, I wanted to have a proper no-holds-barred battle with you. This is a promotion match announcement. Woohoo! You are to face Trainer Corbeau. The trainer who wins will be promoted to rank C. Oh, that's so exciting. Your Honor, I think I love him. Felipe's voice, I'm dying. Thank you. I'm really trying my best. Oh, isn't that interesting? You're my next opponent in the ZA Royale. Fate itself is telling us we need to battle. Right you are, boss. You have a challenger's ticket? I've been doing odd jobs for you, man. Oh, that's too bad. Well then, go have some fun in the ZI Royale. I'll be waiting here. Alright. See you later. Poison Pokemon, eh? Let's see, hold on. Oh, there's a Kadabra. That's what it is. It's Kadabra. It's not Gliscor. That might be good. I was gonna say Starmie's my psychic type. But I should probably get another one. I don't know who's all here. Maybe we should try... Let's check out this area. Dial. Ooh, pumpkaboo. Whoa. Hold on. Alpha Gourgeist? Talonflame kind of like wreaking havoc right now. Holy. Don't pumpkin hop at me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop. You're freaking me out. Oh my god. Oh. That's not good. Hey, hold on a minute. Phantom Force. Oh my god, stop it. Fire Blast? Why do you know Fire Blast? Okay, my bad, Gourgeist. I will simply mind my business. Alpha Beedrill? Wait. Beedrill? This is freaking Larvitar in here, though. Don't know where they might be. Let's get out of here. Let's leave. Oh. You guys just stay in there, okay? The toxic spikes? Stop that. I wonder where Larvitar would be. Doesn't look like you can get up on the roof. Maybe it's just like a rare spawn. Ultimo Coffee? Cafe Ultimo. What does Ultimo mean? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, never mind. Let's just leave. Let's just get out of here. Larvitar is not gonna be all that helpful anyway. Meditite. Know who that is. There's Slowpoke, Gyarados, and oh, Stunfisk. I thought they caught Stunfisk. Not. Maybe I go there for Kadabra. Maybe that might be my best option, honestly, for another psychic Pokemon besides Starmie. Wait. Is this lady like really tall? Oh, she is. Okay. Looks like a very tall person. Kadabra. Immediately. Sweet. What level was he? 29. Kind of low, but that's okay. I can, oh. There we go. Where's she running to? Pokemon, you don't see in the day for wild zones, but they'll be there at night. Oh, true. That's a good point, Sea Dog. So maybe Larvitar is like a nighttime spawn. Or just like a rare spawn in general. Just Carbink. Oh. Yeah, I probably like the Gabite in what was it, Wild Zone 8? Where it's just like a little bit harder to find. Whoa. Oh. We got a Swords Dance. We got the Swords Dance. This would be a great catch, honestly. Ooh, yikes. Not the Carbink! Damn it. I hope the Meowstick's still there. Oh no. Oh. Now it's a boy! Oh man. Never mind. All is right with the world. Okay, this is good though. Let's put Kadabra and Talonflame. Who else can be leveling up? Maybe, probably Clefairy. Okay, let's go. Our battle zone's over here. Let's just heal up and then we'll go battle. You transitioned. Wow, congratulations. All right. Oh, it's just down the street. I guess I don't need to fly everywhere, huh? Who are higher ranked than me? I guess so. This is risky actually, but it worked out. Pidgeot. Was that team low level or am I like really high level? Am I over leveled? Beat trainers who are higher rank than you? Try. Meowstic looks so cool. Oh. Are you a higher rank than me? Self-destruct! Oh. I like how the screens stack. That's cool. Nah, higher rank than me. Oh man. How did I get rid of this before? Was it a water move? Will this work? X-Control. The walk back after that. Look at this. He's like, alright, well that didn't work. Well, shoot. That didn't quite work out. There we go. This all says higher rank than me. But no one's really like a higher rank than I am. We're all like either the same rank or... Oh, shoot. Humble brag. What is it? I'm failing successfully or something. Falling up. I don't know what the term is. These are all who are higher ranked than me. Who is higher ranked than me? It was a great effort. This time, I want you to hit not the building. Excellent. Good job. Hunter. Suffering from success. That's what it is. Thank you. Thanks, Cam. A Fable my fucking goat in this game. That big bitch tanks some beasts. I know. I was actually just thinking that because I'm like, I don't really have a reliable fairy Pokemon, so I've started to level up my Clefairy, hoping that we can get a Clefable later on. Relp. Man, this guy's not gonna be higher ranked than me. Whoa, the rock blast. Oh no, toxic. Rip. Here for a cup of coffee? Thanks. Well, that was actually really great. Thanks so much. Oh yeah, Tyler, did you see my first shiny that I found? Look. Look at them. They were just hanging out in a freaking cave. I'm so excited about it. I really like Ariados. Ariados has historically not been like a super great Pokemon to use, but I think Ariados is really cool. This person's got a Phalanx. They use no retreat. Yikes. An iron defense. Dude, why is Phalanx so fast? Angoro. Uh-oh. Wait. Hold on. Hold on there, partner. Angoro's dark fighting, yeah? Is that parting shot? Whoa. Oh no. I was hoping Aqua Jet would be fast enough. Sorry, it's freaking Starmie, my bad. Yeah, Sticky Webs is viable. I mean, that's true. That's true. I just mean like stat-wise. I know it's... Oh wait, she was in rank B. Why did that not count for any of these? It didn't count for any of these. What? Why? The heck? What rank are you? I thought I was rank E, but maybe I'm not. Oh no, I am. I'm rank D. Never mind. I'm rank D. Because my next battle is for rank C. Well, I've been trying to pick up cards, but the other cards were just for way less points. So I'm like, if they're all the same, you know. I haven't been able to find any other cards. Here's one. Make opposing Pokemon drowsy? I don't even think I have any yawn Pokemon or hypnosis. Guess I should look. Fusion, Psyshock, Psybeam. I have Psychic and I've been making you use Psybeam. That's crazy. You have X-Scissor? What the helly? I don't know what I don't know. I love Pin Missile. Love it. I like my moveset. I'm just not gonna change it for right now. Flare Blitz? Well, yeah. Got Amnesia. Moonlight good. Way better than Splash. Metronome! I love gambling. Incredible. I just saw a video comparing one of the later battle themes to Star Wars Cantina music and I can't unhear it. Oh no. The auto will let you use revive too? Oh. That's good. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh wait, we're okay. Oh no, we're not. Yes, we are. Hooray! Finally, an opponent that's higher level than me. Knock out unaware opponents with your first blow? Oh yeah, let's definitely do that. I should have probably gotten rid of the one that makes you drowsy, but... Good job, Starmie. Wait, I can't... Oh, what? You're not even gonna let me jump across? Get him, Starmie. Wherever you are. Where? Uh-oh. That's my bad. Okay, check it out. Clefairy? This is so... Can we like, can I jump over here? Please? Clefairy, get over here. Guys. Do you use crunch? Wait, that's crazy. Did it even hit? Oh no. Oh, rip. I really wanted to use metronome so badly. Pin missile time. Is this Pokemon cruelty? That was not right. That was definitely not right. Another colorful screw. Using electric type moves? I got one of those. I needed to sneak up on them and I did not do it. Oh. Roll out, Scolipede! Autobots! Oh, you've got Thunderbolt. Right. Which added vertical chat on mobile and I'm not sure how to feel. I have no idea what that looks like. How? We're just gonna stand here for a moment. Our cooldowns. Ow. Oh, Meowstic. Oh, Starmie's asleep. Oh no. He did it. Good job, Starmie. I need her to stop suspecting us. Stop it. Oh, she's rank C. Huge. You poor. Yeah, that's, you know what, that's my fault. French? You just can't hit us. It's the perfect move. We just cheesed him. Coffee, please. Thanks. Please heal my Pokemon. Oh, sneak up and start battles using electric moves. Oh man, I really messed that up. Oh. Up high. Oh, what? What? He wasn't even there. This is so messed up. Kind of risky business doing that to an Aggron, but it's okay. Helix. Oh, duh. I didn't even think about the other. I was just thinking about psychic Pokemon for poison. I should also probably get a steel type. I don't know why I didn't really consider that. Or ground. Well, I have Excadrill, but I just didn't even think about steel for some reason. What? He's both. You're right. I should put a freaking Steelix on the team. Going over here? What? Where's the trainer? Hello? Oh. I always press start. Excellent. Scissor's not a bad option either, actually. Steel Bug? They gotta stop falling off the roofs, man. Starmie, get him. Guys, this is not... Please. Just push him. Just push him. Ow, she hit me. Can we... Ouch. This seems a little dangerous. What is going on? Yay. We're close. I don't think it's gonna be enough, though. Chestnut? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I love that guy. There he is. In the flesh. He set up quite a bit on me. Malamar. Who is this? Cam? If he has a Salamence, I mean, it was close. It was close. Not exactly, but it got a Powdon. Alright. Clefairy. Do something. Where did she go? She draining kiss. It's okay. Stop roaring. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Midas, thank you very much for the raid. How was your stream? Uh-oh. Good thing Starmie so fast. That was stressful. We need literally like one more battle. Wait. Let's just swap some Pokemon really fast. My Houndoom's so big. He's freaking huge. Uh-oh. I'm new to the stream. Did you stop using your starter mon? Not exactly. I just like to use a variety of Pokemon depending on what I'm up against. But no, my starter is Feraligatr, and he's like level 50. So I also wanted to just get some of my other Pokemon to a higher level. Nice to meet you. Oh my gosh, we made it. Like, just in the nick of time, too. I think it's about to be daylight. Alright. Well, we'll head back here. So let's revive first. I wonder if I should get Scizor on the team. I'd have to trade someone. I'd have to get Metal Coat too, so that's probably not really an option. Never mind. We'll just do it with who we got. Okay. This Meowstic, definitely going on the team. Not Clefairy. Not Clefairy. Where's my Excadrill? Oh. There he is. Okay. Excadrill. I'm sad they don't have the trade Pokemon out in the wild on this one. That made me so happy in Gen 8 and 9. Yeah, it is kind of fun to bring back the mechanic. In my opinion, at least, but maybe it's just because I'm nostalgic for it. So, I don't know if that's a popular opinion or not. Oh, there's my Feraligatr. I'm like, where did he go? Okay, let's see. As far as our candies go. Trying to get her some more levels. Okay, let's just check. Oh! Surf's always nice. Power gem. Oh, I didn't even check our rewards list. See if we got any new stuff. And the next one is 10 medium rare candies. Sweet. Oh, I didn't even touch Meowstic's moves. I think we'll be good to do... Actually, we probably want Light Screen over Reflect for the poison Pokemon. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on what they've got. Oh, no, I do want it to know that. I do want it to know that move. Oh, Zen Headbutt? But what's our... No, our attack is so low. Wow, what do you got? So many moves. Okay, oh my gosh, okay, hold on. You don't actually need Rock Smash anymore. Lunge is kind of huge. We'll do Lunge over Pin Missile. Aerial Ace over Bullet Seed. I'm gonna keep Bullet Seed. No, I like Feraligator's moveset. Okay. We'll just save. I can't wait till we can transfer from Pokemon Home. I have 12 out of 13 boxes of shinies I can bring over. Amazing, honestly. That's so cool. Alright. Here we go. Do the challengers dig it ready? Suppose I really ought to thank Urbane for introducing me to an amusing trainer like you. Now then, let's get this started. Looking forward to it. Best part of battle is facing a trainer who's got talent, and then sending them home crying. I'm not gonna cry. Maybe. You're acquainted with Lysander too, yeah? That's proof enough for me that you're no pushover. I want to experience every drop of your skill as a Pokemon trainer. Acquainted might be a strong word. He just kind of found me. Oh, come on. Let's not argue semantics. People, Pokemon, we all get covered in the grime of the world as we go through life. This city needs people willing to get their hands dirty cleaning up all that mess. As a kid, I had no home, nowhere to go, until Lumiose gave me a place where I could belong. I aim to protect the city in any way that I can, and for that, I need more influence. I need to reach rank A. It's had the best argument so far. I know he's like a mob boss, but... I'll win, and I'll protect Lumiose. I'll be the one reaching rank A. I'll wipe that smile off your face. What he said was kind of altruistic, so... Feels kind of silly. For now, I'm just going to enjoy my battle with you to the fullest. Who's his Mega gonna be? Duskfall, love it. Ah, bak. Get him, boy. I hit the wrong button immediately. This looked like a wrong Pokemon choice. Fire Fang! Oh, what a great move to have on Arbok, honestly. Gyarados? Now, hold on a moment. This is not... Okay. Good thing I brought my Meowstic that has Thunderbolt. Uh-oh. But you know, Crunch. Oof. And I don't have... Oh, boy. This is not good. Why did I think he was gonna be Monotype? He just has so much... He's got so much drip, you know? So much poison. Like, literal drip. It seemed only correct. Is Gyarados just using Waterfall and Bounce? Insane. Roserade? Oh my god, he's so cool. Are you serious? Roserade smokes my whole team. Roserade smokes my team, dude. Oh no. The plus move Giga Drain? We might be cooked. It might be over for us. Alright, Ice Fang. Go do it. Thank goodness for Mega Feraligatr. Scolipede! Holy shit. Scolipede, as long as you're with me, I can face any pinch with a smile. Show it to me! Long have I waited! Please do good. Whoa! He looks awesome! Are you kidding me? We immediately froze him. That is a gallant steed! That's a magnificent beast! Oh my god, he's beautiful! I won. Scolipede enjoyers, we won. Oh my god, I'm gonna need that shiny back. Aye aye, Captain. I'll hunt for my own shiny if you do want it back. That's so cool. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh my god, I'm so happy. That's better than what I could have ever imagined. That was so sick. It's honestly the best one in the game. The best new Mega 100%. That is I feel personally so just elated. I can't. Sorry, Corbo, my bad. I was just fangirling over your Scolipede. Can I have your Megastone? I see what you bring to this city. Here's a TM as a sign of my respect. For Gunk Shot, dude, best NPC, best Ace Pokemon, best TM, best Mega Evolution. Corbo clears. Absolutely clears. Thanks again. It was a good battle. Wow. Now you gotta see the Uncanny Valley one. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I forgot this is a double-edged sword. My worry for Starmie has just increased 1,000%. But I'm so glad that Scolipede got the cool one, so we still win. We still win. Oh no. Team MC must be one heck of a team, especially with you on it. Though, I don't think I'm quite done with you yet. I'll see you at Hotel Z. Oh my god, don't talk to me like that. I am married, okay? Oh, it's Slitherwing! I want to catch Slitherwing. Pokey catch. Probably will fall in love with Poison Man. He's just so poisony. He's so toxic. You beat Corbeau, and you're a rank higher too. I bet the Rust Syndicate will keep off our backs now that you defeated Corbeau. Well, actually, he just stopped our debt because he thinks I'm really sick, so... It would look pathetic if they kept trying to boss us around after a loss like that. They won't fully leave us alone until we pay back what Urbane owes them, though. So it's time for us to chip in as a team and clear Urbane's debt. So I had finally started saving up some real money for my sewing commissions. You better be chipping in too, Charlie. At least once we pay this off, we should be free from the Rust Syndicate for good. I don't want to have anything else to do with them. I'm super sorry, guys. I promise I'll pay you all back real soon. Am I not going to tell them that we don't owe them anything? We all help each other in this team. Did you at least manage to take care of whatever was pulling you away this whole time? Am I just going to take their money? What is going on? Yeah, it all worked out okay. I was trying to keep the president of Quasartico safe. Funny thing is, Corbeau showed up to help. Hold up, do you think the Rust Syndicate is going to say I owe him more now? If so, I guess it's back to doing unpaid labor. I'm just going to keep this to myself. Oh, hello? Hello? Anyone there? Oh my gosh, a guest? So this is Hotel Z, eh? Not bad at all. What are you doing here? Oh no, are you gonna have the whole Rust Syndicate battling Pokemon here like you said? Please don't. We just need a little more time. We'll pay Urbane's whole debt back tomorrow. Now, what's got you all on edge? Think about it. What do most people come to hotels for? To book a room, correct? Or what? Is Hotel Z too fancy for the likes of me? If you'd like a room, I'd be happy to get you checked in, sir. Follow me. Literally obsessed with me. I know. Oh my god, please leave me alone, Gerbo. Oh my god, I know. You're just really like me or something. You really are a huge old man. You know, word on the street is that you're 3,000 years old. If you would put your name down here. As like, do not talk to me about my war crimes, please. I am simply a hotel manager now. Occupation, I'll just put down handyman. There, all filled out. Bet you didn't expect me to have such neat handwriting. Corbeau's like, you're all underestimating me at every turn. You would never expect a man like me to have such beautiful handwriting. He's saying he's good with his hands. Man's got game. Time for me to retire. A pleasant evening to you all. I think he's coming on to me. What's going on? What was that all about? Couldn't possibly guess. Well, he's our guest for now, so we better make sure he has a good stay. Aye, aye, boss. Mr. Corbeau, I would like to clean your room so I can steal your Megastone. Ding. Hooray. So what does that mean? So funny. Now that was a surprisingly good night's sleep. Who's in charge of your housekeeping? That'd be me, sir. He's like, that's not fucking Charlie. Very nice work, kid. The room was spotless. I could tell care went into every detail, every corner. Even prepared a special breakfast for Scolipede and the crew. Here's what I owe for my stay. And here's a tip for you, kid. What? This is way too generous. Don't worry about it. Everyone knows I'm a good tipper. I see. Boss. I'm here to escort you back to the office, sir. Ah, but it's Urbane. About the loan, we would really appreciate it if you could repay it soon. Now, if possible. Oh, right. I just so happen to have the full amount here. Very good. You must always return what you borrow. It's important to follow rules like this in life. Our business here is done. Time to head back. It's been a pleasure. Let's both keep doing what we can for Lumiose, yeah? He stayed at the hotel so he could give us money to pay off the debt. This is a secret sweetheart, really. The Rest Syndicate people like this. He's a smooth criminal. God, he's so mysterious. Done with cleaning rooms and everything? Yep, all done. It's just our one guest room. So also check the unused rooms, freshen up the toiletries. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Sorry for assuming, honestly. I can't believe that the Rest Syndicate actually showed up at the hotel. And that tip. Maybe it's some kind of honor among thieves thing or something? Like they felt bad for us? Look, they kind of like Charlie after all. Yeah, a little bit, huh? Whatever their deal is. I'm finally debt-free. No more sketchy loans for me. I should hope not. It's because we shared Scolipede. We showed each other Scolipedes, so he gained massive respect. Naveen, a moment, please. Of course. Whereas. What are these? The Mega Rings and Mega Stones you two will need to Mega Evolve your partners. Wait, for real? But Mega Rings are super precious and valuable, aren't they? Wait, Scrafty gets a Mega Evolution? Let's go! Oh, dude, I bet... Hoodlum Calum? I bet he's so stoked. Neither of us is ranked terribly high in the ZA Royale either. No matter. You two have been helping Charlie to ease the suffering of Pokemon undergoing Rogue Mega Evolution. If anything, I should have given these to you sooner. You have my apologies. Please don't apologize. I'll take these gratefully. Same here. Thanks, Az. Oh yeah, look at us. Mega Evolution users. Belita, isn't your partner still a Staryu? Staryu can't Mega Evolve. It has to evolve into Starmie. They can only Mega Evolve when they aren't capable of evolving any further. That aside, Charlie, I want you to be the first to face my soon-to-be Mega Scrafty. Wait, I was just about to challenge Charlie too. Why don't you both take her on? Let's make it a whole team activity. What? What is about to happen right now? I showed you my Scolipede, please respond. Damn it, Cam. You said the joke I actively decided not to say. 4 megas, here we go. It's the Mega Bowl. This is like better than the Super Bowl. I am not joining the Mega Bowl until I get Mega Scolipede, so good luck to you guys. I'll see you when I see you. Give me this beautiful stone. I just realized mine's gonna look different. Because it's shiny. I wonder what the shiny is gonna look like. Armorite. Scolipede. What do you mean I don't have... I'm missing 2 sharp... I couldn't give you some money, like... Wild. Fuck off. Give me 1 second. exactly one. Incredibly unlucky. Here we go. Oh, yes. Frickin' Scolopite. I can't wait to get a better look at this thing. I did. You can in the You're so smart. Has anyone ever told you that? You've got a big, beautiful brain. Oh my god. Dude. It is so good. The minty green accents too. The big armor, the big it's just I could not have made it better if I tried. I love it so much. Now show me what my really cool, super awesome one looks like. Which direction am I going? It's over here. Just know you can turn on shiny in that. Oh. Taylor, has anyone ever told you? How the heck do you change it? Oh. Oh my god. Oh wow, that is just insane. Let me just drop in. There you are, Charlie. My Staryu may not be able to Mega Evolve, but that's not all that matters in battle. Let's show off our dance practice. What? Let me know when you're ready to battle. What do you mean? Why can't I see Mega Starmie? Let me see it. Oh, I'm gonna battle you all in a row? Get ready to get schooled by me and my trusty dance partner, Staryu. Alright. Cool dive ball. Just the dopamine rush I feel. Wait, am I able to... Quiet, Emolga. Can I see your stats right now? Is that possible? No. I will just do this though. If it would have instantly died, I would have laughed for like 8 years. Listen. He's a beast. We may not have the sheer power, but we can still pull off a win because we are such good partners. I mean, I really like your Staryu. I really do. But I've got in Gaia the Luster Soldier as my best friend. I guess not evolving might be holding Staryu back. Idiot. If you do choose to evolve Staryu, you'll need a Water Stone. Yeah, Naveen, I know that. It's just, I don't want Staryu to lose what makes it so adorable, you know? Why'd you bother accepting a Mega Ring for? Charlie, I'll heal up your Pokemon. What does the ice cream cone evolve into? Banana Split? It evolves into 2 ice cream cones, actually. It's a little ice cream, and then a big ice cream, and then a double scoop. I respect you a lot, so I want you to experience for yourself how strong my Mega Evolved partner is. Mixing both Black Luster Soldier and Gaia the Fierce Knight, I'm here for it. Thanks, Cam. I got them all confuzzled in my head. Funny enough, I almost bought a Kaiba Yu-Gi-Oh thing at Target today, then I remembered I'm a fucking adult and I got a Godzilla toy and a DBC toy. Why not all 3? Get your bread up, Tyler. Go to the toy store and you mean it. I'll do justice to the M in our team's name by using Mega Evolution at last. Okay. Sounds good. Oh. Carry those? Funny, I've got one of those too. Set up the sticky web. It might be over for me. Here's all 3. Thanks, Cam. Thanks for the links. For the Vanillites. Dude, he looks so great. I keep saying he. I know mine's a girl. It's I don't know. I just love him. I love him so much. Oh, I'm so excited. What the heck is Scrafty gonna look like? Oh, he's got like a hood. Wait, is it like it's like the shed skin? Because it's got the eye holes and the nose holes? Wait, sorry, hold on. Sorry, I want to just let me look at you. Dude, he looks so cool. Wait, I really like it. I'm frozen! Oh no. I really like it. It's like the sheds are coming off of him. Because that's what Scrafty was originally, right? Like that's why the saggy pants. Because it was just like the skin. I like it a lot. What do you guys think of it? He's gross. Tyler, listen. Sometimes I just get excited and I just want to look at them when we're in the middle of a battle, okay? It's clear you've got much more practice battling with Mega Evolution. Scrafty and I will have to keep training and honing our approach. That's the spirit, Naveen. Hey, do you mind if I say something? No, go ahead. What is it? I am so hungry right now. I would think your Pokemon would be the ones who would have worked up an appetite. We're all running around. Look, I don't decide it. I just feel it. Why don't we stop by Novu Cafe then? Big yes from me. I'll happily go somewhere that keeps their croissants and their curry separate. Yes. Wait. Wait, I wanted to battle Urbane. I wanted to see his Pokemon. Excuse me, 2 more croissants, please. No, sorry, I mean that in the sense of it. You don't get to see it as much as you're wanting since you're timed. Oh, Fair enough. Eating quickly can give you indigestion, you know? Can you blame me? Their croissants are amazing. In my personal ranking of cafe croissants, they've always been at least rank B, maybe even rank A. If you're going to order, then do it all at once. You're just making more work for me. The staff here maybe have a tad too much fire in their belly for my liking. What? She's great. So tell us, Charlie, what'd you think of Naveen's Mega Scrafty? It was strong. It was fun to battle. Hey, how about it looked so cool? I love the thematic essence of Mega Scrafty. Looney just roasted me so hard I will never recover. What did she say, Lopar? What happened? Oh, and I'm gonna evolve Staryu, and then I'll be using Mega Evolution too. Finally, I've found you. Who is this? Whoa, that's a long braid. David? Pause Champ? Who is this? Maid outfit? Pardon the interruption. Would you happen to be the members of Team MZ? Oh, she's got a mega ring on her little necklace brooch. Yes, but who are you? My name's Lebon. Lebon. I'm here on behalf of the Lumio Society of Battle Concierge. Oh, hell. Not these guys again. The SBC? Isn't that the group for the children of elites and socialites to share their love of Pokemon battles? None of the Hotel Z staff or clientele fit that particular bill. The events that the Society of Battle Concierge holds are intended by more than merely children of elites and socialites, I assure you. But I digress. Would you kindly tell me which of you is Urbane, the leader of your team? That's me. Oh, Urbane's the leader? Interesting. Oh, hold on. I gotta see what this is. Make sure you guys can hear it too. What? Why is it muted? Hello? My browser? Can you reload it?
Genetically trash, literally. Good thing you don't have to imagine. Oh, wait! That didn't come out how I wanted it to! No!
Wait.
Imagine being genetically trash, literally. Good thing you don't have to imagine. Oh, wait! That didn't come out how I wanted it to! No!
You can totally tell. She meant it as a compliment. She's got a Bulbasaur?
No!
Where the hell did she get a Bulbasaur from?
Obviously,
It's level 57?
Oh god, why does the loony brain do what
Why does she have a level
does?
57 Bulbasaur and Totodile? Well, I gotta get out of here before I see something I'm not supposed to. Wait. Lopar. She didn't mean it, Lopar. This is Charlie. She's our stealth MVP. Okay, sick title, actually. A pleasure. Now then, allow me to state my business. Lady Jacinth, leader of the Society of Battle Concierge, wishes for connoisseurs. Excuse, I keep saying concierge. Connoisseurs. Wishes for you both to attend the Society's next gathering. To that end, I'm here to invite you to join us at the Hotel Richizme at your earliest convenience. With that, I will take my leave. Bye, pretty lady. I do hope that you'll join us. Who knows what might happen otherwise? What the hell does that mean? That's really ominous. Guys, am I an idiot? This food truck is just ex-Team Flare members. That's Team Flare's logo. With the little swiggle in front of it. Have I not noticed that the whole time? This is like not even subtle. Oh my god. I'm like, wow, they're just really leaning into this fire thing. I think I was just so focused on how cute the girl was, I just didn't notice anything else. So, all right, let's check out Hotel Rishizme so we can, what do you say they do, Naveen? Share their love for Pokemon battles? I don't know what a Team Flare is. If you played Pokemon X and Y, they were the big bad team in that generation. Lysander's team was Team Flare. They're all fashionistas, and then he was just all of a sudden was like genocide, and we're like, whoa, that seems a little crazy from just wanting everyone to be beautiful, but whatever you say, I guess we have to kill you now. And then we killed him, and then I guess he's alive. So now you're all caught up. You're not planning to go to Hotel Rishizme dressed like that, are you, Urbane? I mean, I was. Nope, that's a hard no. Think about it. This is your chance to rub elbows with stars and big shots and talk up Hotel Z. If you're gonna schmooze it up, you gotta at least dress like you belong there. Help him out, Naveen. What, me? I got you now, Lita. Makes sense. Do your magic, Naveen. All right, fine. Better than the nihilist that was in Pearl and Diamond. Yeah, I mean, listen, Cyrus and Getsus was a psychopath. Lysander was just like, I'm just gonna kill everyone. And we're like, wow, okay. Time to execute him. For starters, let's try Boutique Couture on Vernal Avenue to see if we can find any suitable outfits. Meet you there. This will be great. Charm those SBC fancy pants types, and maybe they'll come to Hotel Z next. Hi, Maddish. Lysander's like, I want to make the world beautiful. Extinguish. Exodia. Obliterate. What's this vertical viewing that Twitch just slapped me with? Does it give you the option for vertical viewing on Twitch as well? I thought that I only had it for YouTube, but I mean, I'll take it. Didn't give me an option. Oh. Huh. What's vertical viewing? So I have a dual stream set up for YouTube so that I can stream vertically on there. But I guess it also is doing it on Twitch. I know they said at TwitchCon they were starting to roll it out. Yeah, I just got in the beta yesterday, so I just recently set it up. I was going to set it up for TikTok, but I can't find the stream key for TikTok anywhere. And some people are saying you have to go through like an agency to get your stream key for TikTok. Like, that sounds like a pain in the ass. So I don't know. What they sell here would certainly suit a Society of Battle Connoisseurs affair. No, I said it right. But they'll have price tags to match, and they don't sell to just anybody. I'm pleased to hear that you admire the pieces I've designed. Who are you? Since you asked, my name is Asami. I'm a fashion designer. Do you know what I've always thought? People are free to pick out whatever clothes they wish to wear, but wouldn't it be grand if clothes were free to pick out the person who wears them? Though I doubt such musings would be well received by any customers or boutiques. Actually, I wonder if you might do me a favor. Help me fulfill my dream of picking out people worthy of wearing my designs. Do this and the outfits are yours free of charge. What does this even mean? To prove yourself worthy? You must have a Pokemon battle with me. Oh, thank God. If she was like, we have to have a sewing competition, it would have been over for us. You must secure it with a Mega Evolution. This is sort of a trendy avant-garde Pokemon battle I wish to see. This lady is kind of a lot. Firmly agree, but we came here with a mission. We've got to find good clothes for or face Lita's ear. That would also be a lot. Ear? Time for you to shine, Charlie. Hey, you got Mega Pokemon too, you guys. Rotom clothes? Maddish? Okay, now we're cooking. Now we're thinking with our big brains. You must defeat my Florges with a Mega Evolved Pokemon. Simply winning is not enough. I've got just the Mon, okay? There's surely nothing so vogue as a victory won with Mega Evolution. Girl, I could not agree more. The Furisode girl.
Noel Gninde just followed.
She's got the blue Florges. That's great. puts a smile on my face every time. Anyways. What unique style you have. Yeah, thanks. It's called being really strong. How incredibly stylish. Yeah, were you inspired by my Scolipede? Please give me Scolipede clothes. That would be so great. You're truly an heir to the stylish sensibilities that once swept our fair city of Lumios. I don't think there's game sounds. Oh, I forgot to turn them back on. Sorry. Sorry. Good thing you didn't miss out on any voice acting. Am I right, fellas? Would you like to try our new outfit? I'll change now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah, I don't know about this. My pieces look absolutely marvelous on you. But you there, do you need anything? What? Yes, you do. I'm good. This jacket's all the party attire I need. Belonged to my mom before she passed. Oh, Urbane, listen, look, that's very tragic and sentimental, but we're going to like a big party. Then that sounds like the right choice for you. No, you just didn't want to battle her. You're just lazy, Urbane. That's crazy. You had the option to get this free Gucci suit like me, and you just opt out. Oh my hell. I hope you'll keep Boutique Couture in mind for all your future fashion needs. For my part, I'll continue refining my designs. Lately, everyone's been talking about this mystery designer named Naveen, but I won't be outdone. How about that? Oh, indeed. Oh, wait, no, Naveen's dressing him up, isn't he? I appreciate you getting us access to the Boutique Couture's fine wares, Charlie. If only I could afford them. I suppose I'll head back and dive into some commission work. You'll have to fill me in later about the fashion styles favored by the crowd of the SBC Gala. Alright, we're going to Renesmee or whatever. Renesmee. Could you have told us about your family trauma before it was time to live it up? Well, no, because the thing is we were about to go to this party. He agreed that he was going to wear something really stylish to it so he would represent our company well. And then when he has the opportunity to get a free suit, but he has to battle with Mega Evolution, he's like, oh, I just have manic trick, so I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just gonna wear this prize sentimental jacket. I just don't believe him. Oh no, look at all these high society. When I wish I could crawl into a hole and simply disappear, but I can't find a hole to crawl into, that's the perfect time for the move dig. Are you okay? Are you alright? Doesn't seem okay. Lady Jacinthe scolds us terribly if we lose due to careless blunders. Whatever people say, the SBC isn't just some rich kid club. We're here to make Lumios better. Oh yeah, oh brother. Dang, pretty impressive, huh? No wonder Renesmee is known around the world. Welcome to Lumios' fanciest hotel. No way can hotels you compete on the luxury front. I gotta think about what else we can do to set ourselves apart and satisfy our guests. Let's see what the Society of Battle Concierge thing is all about. Greetings, I've been expecting you. Were you waiting for us this whole time? I can't tell if that's sheer dedication to your job or you just got nothing better to do. Well, yeah, things get seriously nasty for me if you kids decide to flake out and no-show. I don't even want to think about what would happen to you guys. I digress. Once you both are adequately prepared, kindly follow me. I like the color scheme, though. I'm a sucker for this, like, teal and purple. Doesn't sound too thrilled. Yeah, she sounds abused. Who is this Jacinthe? Oh! Our girls! It was Gwyn and Canary. The Society of Battle Connoisseurs uses this floor as our battleground. Lady Jacinthe will provide more details shortly. Until then, you may do as you please. Am I saying it right? Jacinthe? Jacinthe? Synth doesn't seem right. Oh, they got, look. Her brother's there too. Feels tense in here. Guess that's what happens when you get a bunch of battlers in one spot. I'm gonna go scope out the competition. You call them boys for 33 days. Just wing it. Oh, score. Looks like I get another shot at revenge against Charlie. A redemption arc is just what my storyline needs. Nothing amps me up like a up the bass like a comeback. Is she live streaming right now? A redemption arc? I really hope it's you and me in the finals, G-Volt. Bet we'd go viral if we streamed our showdown. That would be nice. Being lumped together with Ivor like this is mortifying. Oh, there she is. Lady Jacinth has arrived. Oh my god. She's so cute. Bonnevoie? Is that how you say that? And hello to one and all. I am Jacinth, your humble host for this fine event. Allow me to begin by thanking each of you for making the time to attend today's gathering. Her purple and yellow eyes? We, the Society of Battle Connoisseurs, strive to provide more than simply a venue for battling. We aim also to help trainers in Pokemon better understand, appreciate, and inspire growth in one another, all through battles. Just the other day, we were joined by Galar's former champion, Leon, who delivered a very fine lecture at our invitation. And today, I invited a group of exceptional trainers who have recently piqued my interest. These gifted few have garnered attention in the ZA Royale, held each night on Lumiosa's streets. Allures, let us begin. That's not how you say that. As I call your names, please come and join on the court. From Dynamo, the electrifying Canary, and the venerable Tarragon. From the Piss of Justice, the mighty Ivor, and the inimitable Gwyn. From the Rust Syndicate, the cunning Corbeau, and the dependable Felipe. And from Team MZ, the valiant Urbane, and the up-and-coming Charlie. Come on, I'm better than that. Guess that's us, huh? I've called your name, please gather here. Bienvenue. 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 Oh, I can't. Don't listen. Why does it have to be French? Honored guest, I, Jacinth, am thrilled to announce a very special tournament for your enjoyment today. I call it Les Super Tournois de... Oh, fuck. I call it... Les Super Tournois de Jacinth. Huzzah! Oops, that's my phone, my bad. What's up, Vinny? Got some Rogue Mega Evolution cases for us? Got it, I'll work out a plan with everyone. Jacinth? Yes, what is it? It was great of you to invite us, but something super urgent came up. Oh. The Allures? Allures? What could possibly be so important? Come on, let's go. Are you serious? This is incredibly rude. Like, yeah, come on. The S is silent. Want to battle real quick? I need an opponent. Probably not right now. Cause I'm just trying to go through the story at the moment. Unless anyone in chat needs, could battle you, wise fool. Zur Allure. I can't believe she got so many hard hitters together for her own private tournament. Jacinth seems like someone we're gonna need to watch out for. Perhaps you'd do better to watch out for yourselves after that display. I urge you to kindly reconsider your actions. You still have time. You must return to the venue. I say this out of concern for your own well-being. Nah, it's okay. Just put us down as disqualified. We've got to go protect the city, so that's you, y'all can keep enjoying your tournament. No, wait! Oh, come on! Uh-oh. I also just got a request to help someone out, so I'll tackle that real quick on my way back. Go ahead to Hotel Z without me, okay? I'll see you there soon. Damn. That's crazy. I was kind of stoked for the big brawl. Lady Jacinth's never gonna invite us anywhere ever again. Damn, you also just got a request to help someone out? Yeah, it's feeling a little fishy around here. Urbane told us what happened. Too bad the call came in the middle of the party. I guess Rogue Mega Evolution can strike any time. Protecting the city requires sacrifices. At least after seeing Charlie at work, that's my conclusion. How was the party? It looked amazing. Guess the other half really does live differently. I'm back. Is Charlie here yet? Clearly, why didn't you just come back with her? What'd you do, get sidetracked and wander off? I swung by Prism Tower on my way here, yeah. There was something I wanted to check out. Fine, whatever. Come on, we got a strategy meeting to start. Who do we got this time? Who's evolving? Strategy meeting open. Okay, one moment. Okay, here's our update from Vinny. Looks like we've got 3 more spots where Pokemon are in danger of Rogue Mega evolving. There's Frostlass? Frostlass gets a Mega Evolution? Altaria and Venusaur. Wow. Guys, if I could just show you my list of my favorite Pokemon, the amount of hitters I'm getting. Wait. Once opponent grows more formidable, one need to only train to match them? When did she get here? Not a bad suggestion. I don't think we can afford to slow down and focus only on training. Besides, Charlie's rank C in the ZA Royale now. Am I going schizophrenic? What just happened? That's plenty strong. There aren't that many trainers in all of Lumios who are stronger. To reach such a high rank is remarkable indeed. Have you considered entering a tournament? That seems like a fine way to train up your team. That's true, but our first goal should be to learn anything that can help us plan, like the types of these Pokemon that might go rogue. I didn't realize she was there either, dude. Anything else we need to consider before we move on to assignments? A loss? Oh, you said the S is silent? Allure. The Society of Battle Connoisseurs event comes to mind. How are they faring, I wonder? Who cares? We turned them down pretty hard. After all, tackling the Rogue Mega Evolution problem is Team MZ's top priority. And what exactly is this Rogue Mega Evolution problem, I might ask? Oh, come on. Does anyone actually think we need to go over it again from the start? Orm, guys, I think someone's right behind you. Like, Scoop, I think someone's in the room with us. Are you alright, Lita? It sounds like you're imagining things. Or maybe not. What are you doing here, Jacinth? Dude, Urbane is the most unbothered person. As the host of Les Super Tournois de Jacinth, I'm here personally to escort you back to the venue. I'm sorry, who is this lady exactly? Esnoy, please stop speaking French. You're embarrassing me so much. I am Jacinth, the leader of Lumios' illustrious Society of Battle Connoisseurs. But this is what the city's elite like to wear. The fabric of your outfit is certainly gorgeous, but what really stands out is the craftsmanship. A keen observation, my dear friend. It seems you have quite the eye for fashion. Hey, quit cozying up. She's not with Team MZ. What does that matter? We're all friends, surely. We surely are not. In any case, when might I expect you to join us for the tournament? I told Laban, just consider us disqualified. We got Pokemon to save. Go back to Hotel Richisme and host your tournament. I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, the tournament I planned was perfect in every way. Anything less would be unacceptable, and the two of you are indispensable in making my perfect dream into a perfect reality. Is it perfect if all your guests are standing around waiting for you? I left that in capable hands, my dear right-hand woman, Laban. As we speak, the guests are enjoying a lavish banquet of exquisite dishes and spectacular performances by renowned artists. Good for them. Now let's get back to the stuff that actually matters, Lita. Right, we'll split this into 3 missions. Yeah, I got a Mega Frostlass to see, lady. First, we need to help the Frostlass that's in danger of Mega Evolving. It's in Aimless Park in the Blue District. Naveen will take that one. Naveen gets all the cool ones. Second, we have to handle the Altaria in Magenta Sector 4. I'll go there once we're done here. Third and last is the Venusaur in the Jean Sector 8. Urbane, you'll secure the location. I love Mega Venusaur. And like always, you'll go hit up all those places, okay, Charlie? Yeah, you got it. Let's forget about the SBC party and focus on the Rogue Mega Evolution problem. Allure, Team MZ, I must say that you seem to be up to something quite intriguing. But know this, I do not take kindly to those who make light of my tournaments. The synth seems eccentric. Still, the upper crust do know how to dress. Those materials truly are cut above. I am weirded out by her. She's a little scary. I love her design. I think she's so cute, but she's a little scary. Show me this Frostlass right now. I cannot believe another one of my favorite Pokemon gets a Mega Evolution. This is just like hit after hit after hit. Oops, this way. She's stranger danger. She's just... I just don't get it. Oh, is it on a roof? Can I get there from here? Oh, probably not. Is there... There's not one of those things. I guess maybe it's just inside the park that I go up, though. Let's try that. Let's try that first before I try and do something dumb. Who's this? Oh, her Numel. My Numel's been frozen into a solid block of ice. We were taking a walk in the wild zone when suddenly we got caught in the middle of a bunch of wild Pokemon fighting each other. Numel got hit with like 10 ice beams. It was a fire type, but it's not thawing out. Not even Ice Heal did the trick. The only other option is a super hot fire move. She said we were walking in the park and Numel got hit with like 10 ice beams. Please help me. Alright, you got it. It's so funny. There you go, buddy. That worked. All the ice is melted. Oh, thank you so much. Are you okay, Numel? Wait, were you snacking on berries the whole time you were frozen? I guess that's fitting. Numel is the numb Pokemon after all. Hey, Republic! Good to see you. Thank you so much for saving Numel, trainer. You're welcome. Whoa. Listen, listen. there a way? Really way up. I thought maybe there would be. Oh wait, no, isn't there a ladder something around here? I'm wrong. Bridges? How the hell do you get up there? I swear I've been here before and I found a way onto the roof. Now I don't know. Oh, there's a thing. Do I have to do this first, maybe? What are you looking at? Let me guess. You want to use this holovator? Too bad. It's my favorite holovator, and if you're gonna insist on using it, I got no choice but to battle you. My favorite holovator. Alright. Okay. Come talk to me when you're ready. You got the nerve to face me in battle, that is. Okay. Better be ready to lose. Okay. His eyebrows. What else you got? Hey Jamie, how's it going? Easy. That battle, now that was uplifting. Okay. For you? I am so sorry for my behavior. I had no idea you were so strong. I sincerely apologize for my rudeness. As I mentioned, I'm rather fond of this particular holovator, but I insist that you use it 1,000,000 times if need be. Thanks, man. Pretty good. Working on some math is harder than I thought it was going to be. Oof. That sounds rough. I'm so bad at math. What kind of math is it? He said, don't worry, I'll keep an eye on things down here. Thanks, man. Thanks for looking out. Oh. Wait, I forgot. I can teach you gunk shot. Huge. And bell sprouts. Westar, I thought math discussions were bannable offense around these paths. Around these pots. Listen, it's okay. I think I've grown up a little bit, you guys. I think I can handle people talking about math. Taken some years, but I think I can do it. I'm so stoked for this. I think I'm so excited for this. Frostlass. I wish you'd hustled over a bit faster. I thought I'd catch my death of cold up here. But I must say, Frostlass is a beautiful Pokemon. I'm taking inspiration for future designs. I mean, that's a great one to take inspiration from. Sorry, I suppose there's no time to be dreaming up new pieces. I chose Tepig and named it Pumbaa. Aw, that's cute. You better focus on helping that Frostlass before it suffers too long from Rogue Mega Evolution. Ready to handle it. Mega Froslass is an ice and ghost type. Using ghost and fire type moves should work well. I probably should have switched up my team a little bit, but it's okay. It'll be alright. Wow. He's haunting and beautiful. Oh, this is gonna be scary, huh? Oh, she looks so good. It's very fitting of her, like, to be like a tall, scary lady. I really like it a lot. I had no idea what to expect, but this is right. It just looks correct. He's just going, woo, do you hear? Woo. He said, who even are you? He said, that's not a rose. Hi, Sneaky Pete. How's it going? It feels like a G-Max to me. I can see that. I can see it, especially because she got so tall. But I think this is really cool. Like, honestly, for her lore and everything, like, she kills men on the mountains, and she's like, she's scary, like a wraith or a banshee or whatever you'd like to call her. But if you saw this out in the wilderness, oh my god. Uh-oh. Get him, scolding me. No. He keeps dodging everything. Good, but your chat won't roast me. What do you want them to roast you over? Why do you want to be roasted? My profile pic? Oh, I can't look, so I don't know what it is. I have a lot of Alpha Houndooms, Litleos, and Pikachus. Oh no! Wait, what am I supposed to do with that? It's so far. Do I hide behind the big icicles that she puts down, maybe? If that's... I want chat to do it? Oh, alright. I've learned that good roasts happen naturally and unexpectedly. Poor Lolfar, I just learned it the hard way today. Oh, his Ariados has Megaform now. That's legit. I'm trying to figure out what this mechanic is. Oh yeah, okay, she puts down the ice pillar, so I bet I do just stay back here maybe? Yeah, okay, that's definitely it. The pin missile missed. Oh no. We're halfway there. They stole this mechanic from WoW. You just LOS. Like, whoa, I'm getting real WoW vibes from this. Let's wait for her to be done with this again. Person who's only played WoW. This is really... No wonder I like this fight. Whoa, LOSing? Brain? Oh. No, it's Scrafty. He's frozen. A will-o-wisp. You gonna Mega Evolve or what? There we go. We did it. I'm confused how come you want chat to roast you and not the streamer. It just seems interesting. Oh lord, that was a rogue Mega Evolved Frostlass. Wild Pokemon Mega Evolving all on their own without a trainer or a warning? This certainly poses a serious threat to our city, one that must not be overlooked. Jacinth? Why is her hollow purple? I want to check in and see if you're ready to join my tournament. You see, I completely understand the importance of protecting the city and its residents. But my tournament is of equal, if not greater importance. Look, we got enough on our plate right now. Your plate, is it? Your plate is very full? Yeah. Oh, very well, but please do consider that I have a plate of my own. Presently, my plate is full of patience, but that will not last forever. Once you have dealt with your little rogue Mega Evolutionarian, please join us in the Richisme. Until then, I shall use my special methods to keep an eye on you. Adieu. Adieu? Adieu? What was your first Pokemon game, Charlie? The first one that I played was Pokemon Crystal. It was the first game my mom got it for me. But I've played all of them. Anyway, you and your Pokemon did great with Mega Frostlass. I'll make sure everyone's healthy. Thanks. What was your first Pokemon game? Adieu? Oh, I bid you adieu. I knew that one. Like talking about a general cosplay when the streamer is a cosplay. So much has happened today, Lopar. Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon successfully pacified. There are 2 remaining Pokemon at risk for undergoing Mega Evolution. I don't know if I told you guys this story before. But I had Pokemon Blue version. It was my older brother's game, but he didn't really like Pokemon like I did. So he gave it to me. And there was a kid at school that had Pokemon Yellow. And I was in like 1st or 2nd grade. And he wanted to trade games. And I was like, yeah, yellow's cool. But we traded, and I didn't know. But he thought that it was because in blue version, he thought blue version you got Squirtle to follow you around instead of Pikachu. And he's like, when does my Squirtle follow me? I'm like, it doesn't follow you in that one. And he's like, oh. Is Blastoise just really strong in this one? And I was like, I don't, probably. Just little kids, just no idea what's going on. I'm like, dang, this is the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals for you. But he didn't ask for it back. I just got to keep yellow version. I think about that all the time. I'm like, he must have felt like as an adult now, he must be like, damn, why didn't I get my game back? How do you get up there? I was gonna say I never played one, but I actually did play a little Pokemon Go. Oh, look at you, Scotty. You played a little Pokemon Go. Love to hear it. Who's your starter? I love my Torchic. My first starter was Cyndaquil, and it's what I named my dog after, because my dog's name is Cinder. And that was the name of my Cyndaquil too. Get up here. Grab thing over there. Oh, there's one right here. But that actually, it doesn't look like it connects. Oh, there's one right here. Probably connects. Gen 3 starters were really great, honestly. I myself was a Mudkip enjoyer, but they're all pretty good in that gen. Really can't go wrong. I like Mega Altaria. He's so fluffy. Did you evolve your Starmie yet? Thank goodness. I know we keep throwing big annoying tasks at you since you can handle them. I've been feeling kind of guilty about it, but I'm glad you know we're pulling our weight. Whatever you say. At least they always heal my Pokemon. Dude, I gotta take this suit off. I keep forgetting I have it on. This freaking fluff ball. Look at her. She's beautiful. Where are you going? What is that? What is that? It's so slow. There we go. Uh-oh. A twister? That's like a real twister though. Like a scary twister. Oh my gosh. This twister means business. I need an ice move. Wait, I have for alligator. What am I doing? I can't reach. All my moves are bitey. That was good. That was good. Can I please? There we go. You gotta come down from there. Uh-oh. Chomper's a dragon now. Yikes. Oh. Wait, does Mecha Altaria take on fairy? She's not a fairy dragon, yeah? She's dragon flying still, isn't she? I don't remember. Oh, no, she must be. She must be fairy now. I mean, yeah, that's very fitting. That's very fitting. Good thing I got my Scolipede. Did you see the damage? The gunk shot from Scolipede? That's crazy. Oh, it's Whirlwind. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. The gunk, do you see all the garbage in it? Wait, I didn't know it has like a metal pipe and like Wait, look at gunk shot again, look. Wait, that's amazing. It's just a bunch of garbage. That's awesome. Sweet. Aw, her Megastone's so pretty. Oh my god. So that was a rogue Mega Evolved Altaria. My goodness. To think something so fluffy and adorable could be capable of such wild rage. See, now it's interesting because I would have guessed that that was her Mega Pokemon was Altaria. Just based on the vibes. So I wonder who she's got. Tell me, Charlie, does your rapid rise in the Zia Royale ranks have anything to do with your efforts to quell these cases of rogue Mega Evolution? Yeah. Yeah, it does. That fascinating strength of yours was gained for the noble cause of protecting the city. That settles it. I'm convinced that my tournament will not be complete without you and your gallant strength, Charlie. I urge you to come and join the festivities as soon as you're able. Otherwise, well, I could always buy out Hotel Z to encourage your participation. Adieu. Ugh, that lady, the Z in Team MZ comes from Hotel Z. She buys the hotel and renames it. We'll have to come up with a whole new team name. Maybe that's getting a little ahead of myself. Here, I'll heal up our hardworking Pokemon. She's crazy. She's crazy. How does this hollow stuff work? You can just instant transmission to anyone? Like, just if they have a phone? What if they were, like, using the bathroom? The implications. It's not good. It's not good. I could buy out a hotel so you participate in an event I'm going excessive much. Yeah, I know. She's crazy. She's wild for that. We'll put... Oh, not Klotzer, though. Where'd all my psychic Pokemon go that I had earlier? Actually, we'll put you... Oh, I've got Meowstic still. Never mind. And I've got Talonflame. I didn't really catch very many ice Pokemon. I've got Vanillite. And that's like it. And Snorunt. That is a girl. Oh, nice. That's good. What about... Wait, this isn't even the right Litwick. This isn't even the correct Litwick. Yeah, so mine's like level 39. We don't get any freaking stones in there, huh? I gotta find where I get a freaking dusk stone. Oh, look at the lad. God, I love Venusaur. Oh. Time we took care of this. Venusaur's types are grass and poison. I bet you already know that what that makes it weak to. He's sitting. He a chub. He a big boy. Hey, Cortennial. How's it going? That's a lad. Look at him hop. Oh, nice, he's got M4. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Fine Whip. Whoa! They're really leaning into the part Toad here, huh? They're hopping! Ah! Bullet seed. Big Meowstic, why are you taking so long to attack? Oh, Frenzy Plant. That is cool. I love him, Big Flower Toad. Me too. What a good mon. Look at the Jurassic Toad. Uh-oh. Whoa. Is that like a huge Giga Drain? Oh. Solar Beam? Stop! Oh. I'm not dodging very good right now. Have you caught many shinies this playthrough? I've caught exactly one shiny by myself, and then my friend traded me their shiny Scolipede. So that's been... I caught a shiny Ariados. It's full odds for whatever full odds is in this game. I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god. They're so cute. How can I be intimidated though? Combo. Here we go. That Mega Drain is going to smoke us though. Ooh. Sludge Wave? Dude, I want to see Meganium and Emboar so bad. Oh, shoot. I probably should have taught Scolipede X Scissor before we started all this. Ooh. Oh my god, not if I do that. The music's getting all crazy again. Ooh. Venusaur, we can talk about this. We can talk about this. Every time it jumps, I gasp. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I keep doing that. Oh, I didn't pick any of these up. Ooh. There we go. Oops. Oh, imagine if it was X scissors. Oh, I rolled out the frenzy plants. Oh, it's actually not terrible. Like, I'm wasting resources. I need to just... There we go. Okay. Oh, it's all tuckered out. Got the Venusaurite. Jeez, these rogue Pokemon keep getting stronger and stronger. Absolutely marvelous. The way the two of you worked in tandem to effortlessly subdue the rogue Pokemon. Yes, your combined strength is exactly what I've been looking for. The SBC's top competition, Le Super Torneo de Jacinthe, will not be complete without Urbane and Charlie on the roster. I do hope the two of you come to Hotel Richisme as soon as possible, otherwise I'll have no choice but to keep haunting you for all of eternity. Is she a Pokemon? Haunting us, she says. I'm sure she means it too. Let's head back to Hotel Z for now. Yeah, she's freaky. She's freaking me out. Stop freaking me out, lady. Okay. We're going to wrap it up here. Where's my settings? Here we go. I think this is a good stopping point for tonight. I streamed much longer than I was planning on streaming. It's so late for me right now. But really quickly, hold on. Really quickly, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about something. Just give me a second. I have to pull it up. How the heck? Hold on, I don't think that my command reflects it yet in chat. Sorry, this is what I get for trying to do everything only when I'm live. I think that link works exactly yet either. Here, there we go. Okay, so I'm partnered with Advanced.gg. You might have heard of them before, but I recently got a 20% off code. Oh, it didn't save. It's CharChar20, not CharChar10. Hold on, let me fix that so it shows. But it's in the panels below too. I really like their hydration drinks personally, but they have energy, they have relax. They've got a whole bunch of fun flavors, and I'm being sent out a shaker soon, and I'm gonna try some of them. I'm very, very excited to share it with you guys. So from this promotion goes from now until Sunday. So if you want to check out their website and use my discount code to get 20% off, please do. Please check it out. So I'm really excited to be partnered with them, you guys. But yeah, okay, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go to sleep. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thanks for being here. And I will see you guys either... What day is it? Is it Thursday today already? That happened. I will see you guys either on Saturday or Sunday night. We'll have to see. Yeah, have a good night, everyone. See you later. I can't believe we actually, Mega Scolipede is real and big and beautiful. I'm so excited about them. Sleep? Yeah, it's bedtime.
Just followed.
Go to bed, everybody. Unless you got something else to do at 1:30 in the morning. Okay. See you later. Goodbye. I'm still waiting because I have to change the other scene too. Hold on.